What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So, with the resurgence of Pubg, I figured I'd update my settings guide. So this is the game now. If you guys haven't played for a while, I've done a couple AI training matches, joined a clan. Thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, so this is Pubg. Haven't put too much time into this version. I'm on the epic version right now. Just figured I'd try it out with a fresh account, and then maybe I can go back to my old one if need be, or if needed, or whatever. But yeah, settings. So if we take a look here, pretty standard stuff. So we'll roll through basic and advanced, and then I'll go through some of my audio settings, that kind of thing. It's all pretty standard since I'm fairly new back to the game. Haven't played since like 2017. So that being said, I have auto highlights turned off. I just record my games for the most part, so I'll probably start posting some games here soon. Right now I'm in borderless, just so I can pop in and out of the window as much as I want. Lobby FPS I have set to 60, just so if I'm streaming and whatever, it just doesn't hurt my system too much. I am having some lag on stream, but I think it's more on the stream settings side. So if anybody has suggestions for that, take a peek at my recent stream over on Twitch. It'll be linked in the description, and I'll probably throw it like on the screen down here in the center, like down, what, camera's flipped, so down that way. But yeah, in-game FPS I have set to my monitor's refresh rate, which is 165 hertz. Brightness I've turned up pretty high. This game, a lot of people can kind of duck behind shadows and things, so we'll get more into that under the advanced tab. And then I have universal brightness for all maps turned on. I just didn't want to have to mess with it. So some people like to change individual maps here. You can kind of go through and pick whatever map you want. For me, I'm a pleb, and I like just having universal. Moving on to advanced, render scale. So if you're at 100, that'll set it to your monitor's resolution, right? So if you go higher than this, it's going to super sample it, which means it's going to, if you crank it all the way to 200, you know, it's going to double your resolution, which is cool if you can run it. But if you want to keep it at your monitor's resolution and not overwork your system per se, set it to 100. FPP camera FOV, so field of view. Default is 90. I have mine set to 95. Getting back into shooters after playing League for a while, so I just have it turned up a little bit from the standard. And then I know a lot of people max it all the way out to 103. I have mine set to 95. Overall graphics quality, this will change whenever you change any of your settings here. So I pulled up some pro settings. A couple of the guys competing in PUBG Worlds right now. And this is kind of what I got. I've been testing it out a little bit, and I like it. Anti-aliasing, you're going to set to low, very low. You can turn it up, and it does kind of sharpen some things. Right now, I'm liking it on low, very low. So like, I'm not really running into any issues with it. I know visibility can be a thing, so some people like to change that. Same thing with post-processing. If you look at the window to the right here, the little preview window, you'll kind of see what it does. So it just kind of like adds some more shading and things like that. It gives them more detailed lights, that kind of deal. So I could run this on high if I wanted to. I just run it on low. That's just kind of what was very low. That's what was recommended. So shadows I have on very low. You used to be able to turn them off. I always have them on very low in a lot of shooters, just so that you can see the shadows, but they're not necessarily taxing your system. This setting can kind of weirdly affect your FPS, so keep that in mind. Textures I have on medium. You can go all the way ultra if you want, but I honestly didn't see too much of a difference. So yeah, I'm just setting it to medium for now. Obviously I'll update this video if that changes, but yeah. Effects very low. If you turn it on high, you're gonna get all this extra noise from all the fire, the smoke, that kind of thing. Set this to very low. If you're trying to be competitive with it, if you're trying to get like a realism shooter, then yeah, crank all this stuff. Have fun with it. Go crazy. Foliage, same thing. Higher you turn it up, you'll kind of see in the little preview there. Turns up the trees and all that stuff. I have mine set to very low. View distance is kind of a point of contention through a lot of these setup guide videos. Do what's comfortable for you, what your system can run, where you're getting consistent FPS. So for me, I have mine set to medium. I noticed that very high, or ultra, I wasn't like it would like render in the clouds, but not like planes coming in, right? Or like reboot. You look at Fortnite, they've got like the reboot vans, right? Well, these ones, they have choppers and all that stuff. So it was hard for me to see them on ultra. So I set mine to medium or very low, or medium or low, just to kind of see if that helped at all. I have sharpening turned on. I haven't played around with this too much. It seems to help quite a bit. So I have that turned on. VSync, always disable this, otherwise it's going to reduce it to half of the refresh rate of your monitor to reduce screen tearing. So like if you've got something like in this example where like cars are tearing apart and stuff, turn it on, but you shouldn't really have to mess with this too much. Next setting is motion blur. If you have motion blur turned on in FPSs, why? Unless you're trying to make an action movie, but like, don't do it, please. Please don't do it. It's so bad. And then DirectX version, they have experimental versions like DirectX 11 Enhanced, DirectX 12. Performance-wise, I've seen DirectX 11 work the best. DirectX 12 wasn't too much worse. Just kind of personal preference kind of deal. So yeah, that's going to be all my video settings. Audio, I haven't changed too much. I have some of the early access stuff turned on just for nostalgia. And the music turned down so it's not blowing my eardrums out. But that's what I have turned on. HRTF is a super important setting to have here. So what it does is it kind of makes a 3D scope of your headphones, right? So you actually get directional audio if you turn that on, where if you don't have it turned on, let's say you're getting shot from behind you, it might just sound like it's in both headphones, or it'll favor left or right, but it won't give you like a digital 360 kind of sound to it. So that's what I have turned on. This instant volume reducer intensity, I haven't played around with too much. Nobody's really said anything in a lot of their videos. I'm still kind of testing it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments or on the live stream, and we can test it out. Controls, I leave pretty much everything stock. I haven't really touched any of this stuff because it feels comfortable with me. I'm at 800 DPI on a glorious, can I even get it in the frame here? Yeah. So I'm on a glorious Model O wired. I know they make wireless ones, that kind of deal, but I just set mine to 800 DPI. That's what I've always used. So yeah, this is what I have set there. Key input, I'll just kind of run through these quick. Toggle I have on crouch. Prone I have on toggle. Let's see, walk is on hold. Sprint is on hold. Free look's on hold. Hold breath is on hold. Canted sight's on toggle, so that you can kind of toggle between the two sights. I didn't want to have to hold Alt and right click and have it go kind of weird. Since Alt is also your free look key, so maybe I just have to rebind it, go from there, but I have it on toggle for now. Peeking from left to right, I have these on hold. Feels like it makes the game a little bit more fluid instead of being stuck with your head to the side like this. Kind of a bad time at band camp, right? Maps on toggle. Aim is on hold and ADS is on hold. Some people like to do the like hip fire, like aimed in hip fire, where it's not necessarily ADS. I don't care to do that. It just kind of slowed me down. So I set both of these to hold and didn't change the keybind. And now every time I hold it, it just goes ADS. So it's taking a little bit of getting used to, but nothing too crazy. Keybinds, really everything's default aside from vault only and jump only. So instead of having it both on spacebar, sometimes you'll run into a situation where you can't jump through a window or something like that because the game's not automatically picking it up. So I have it set to spacebar and V. That's literally the only thing I've changed in the entire thing, aside from some communication stuff. It's just on my mouse. Some people like to have ADS on their mouse buttons, which to me just seems weird, but some people like it, so yeehaw. Gameplay, I haven't touched too much. I disabled the inventory character render just to help kind of boost my FPS. Basically all it does is it gives you a little preview of your character with the gear on, where right now it's just like a silhouette if I have it disabled. So just for FPS reasons. If you like it, cool. If you don't, cool. No big deal, just saves you a couple frames. Colorblind, obviously if you're colorblind, use it. And then if you're not, totally up to you. Some people like to see it better because if you go like, what is it? I'm gonna butcher this. Protanopia. It makes like the blood blue, but all of your colors are whack, right? So like red zones are yellow, and obviously if you're colorblind, it looks normal to you. But Next thing is going to be crosshair. I have a pink crosshair. This is what I use in most all of my shooters that allow you to change the crosshair colors. So basically max out your red, max out your blue, max out your alpha, disable green. For me, it's just easier to see on most of the maps. It stands out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else I have pretty much standard. I think the one thing I did change was loot flash effect. I have it set to glow because I'm a boomer and I need to see stuff a little better. Where if it's pulsing, like, yeah, it's a little bit easier too, but glowing, it just kind of helps out a little bit. It's not like super intrusive like you might think it would be, where it blocks your sight lines and stuff. It just helps out for me for visibility. So yeah, that's going to be my settings guide. If you guys want to game with me, I'm still, like I said, fairly new to it. I've got literally one friend on here. That's the boy goalie. So if you guys want to add me, this is going to be my in-game name. So it's going to be reborn_is_here. Same thing on Twitch. Should be the same thing on YouTube here soon. Just waiting for the channel to update. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll probably be posting more videos or streaming over on Twitch. Again, this name, reborn_is_here. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.